What's up, sports world? Welcome back to another episode of Can I Get Some Sports Stat? Today, I am your host, Neil. The main man with the most. But we got my man Marcus with us today. Say what's up to the people, Marcus.
What up, peoples? Let's get it cracking.
We got Mike with us as always. Say what's up to the people, Mike.
Back again. Let's get it. Ready for some heat for y'all.
Of course, we got the man, honestly, the man with the most solid takes usually, not the most off the wall takes all the time. We got Mr. Phil in the house.
Happening, y'all. We back.
And then last but not least, we got Chris. Say what's up to the people, Chris.
What up?
So it's been a very interesting, past couple of days in sports world. We got the first two games of the Western and Eastern Conference Finals. Miami took game one. Warriors also took game one. So there we are with that. Both of those teams up 1-0. And honestly, let's just go ahead and kick it off with that. I want to talk about the Western Conference game first because I expected the Warriors to honestly come out and put on a show here at home in game one. Like I said, I still expect it to be a 7-game series, but I want to hear from Phil on this first. Because Phil, we haven't heard from you yet about the playoffs in a while. So, what did you think about game one?
Game one. I mean, I'm the type of person who don't really take too much into game ones, only because you really don't understand how the series gonna go or the pulse of the series. You're not gonna understand that until after game 3 or 4. But I will say from game one, the Warriors look like they was ready, as always, But I'm not ready to count out the Dallas Mavericks because the Golden State Warriors, they got stuff. They got Clay, they got Poole and all them. They ain't got Luka. And Luka Mania is real and live in action. I don't count them out. They literally got blown out in 2 of their 3 losses to Phoenix. So I don't think I think it's more of a high emotion from last game, from game 7. Nobody expected them to do all that, even though I know they got plenty of rest because they blew them out. It's still the adrenaline flowing. But I don't think Luka and the Mavericks going to beat the Warriors in this series. I think the Warriors going back to the finals. The only thing that could really stop them is Luka Mania. And I just don't. And even though he will go crazy, I just don't trust his supporting cast enough to come with him for the ride. They give you 2 games, though.
I feel you on that.
Well, 5, like I've been saying. What's wrong with this man?
Well, it seemed like you've been real eager to go ahead and get your thoughts out. You've been shaking your head, making all types of faces. So let's go ahead and hear from you, Mike. What you gotta say?
I'm right about something. That's why.
Golden State in 5. That's what I gotta say. Golden State in 5. Did I not tell y'all? Man, how many times do I have to tell y'all? Y'all gonna learn to listen to me, man. I'm telling you. Golden
You do know
State
Dallas
in
lost
5.
all their first games, right?
Look, I don't care about
Exactly.
that.
I
Listen.
expected Golden State to do this.
Here's the thing. Y'all expected it, and we all expected it, and I expected it because it's game 1, and that's the first step to Golden State in 5. So of course it matters because it's the first step to Golden State in 5. What you mean? That's 1 down, 3 to go. Like I don't know what you're talking about. They finna come in, knock out game 2. I mean, they blew them out the water. Like it definitely some adjustments have to be made on the Mavericks side. So we gonna see if they ready for true champions, because that's what the Warriors is. This ain't Phoenix. I don't know why y'all thought Phoenix was gonna be able to get it done. I told y'all it wasn't gonna happen. Golden State a whole different world, man. You not.
Definitely don't remember that.
Huh?
Hey, can we pull up the tape on that? I don't remember you saying nothing about Dallas and Phoenix.
Oh, you don't? I first of all, I've been saying, we go back and check it, my man. I've been saying Phoenix is not gonna make it. I don't know when they was gonna
Yeah,
lose, but
right,
I knew they
right.
was
But
not
you
gonna
said,
make it.
I remember. Yeah, you
but
said Phoenix wasn't gonna make
you
it,
were
but
more
I
so
thought
saying
Somebody
he
though
gonna
didn't
put
that
say
them
that
out.
Dallas was gonna beat him.
exactly
It
you
didn't
were
matter
saying
who it
that they
was.
would
I knew
end up going.
somebody was gonna do it.
Yeah, no, but you said that if I remember at one point you said they was gonna get taken out by the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals, not by Dallas in the semis.
So, so he right by technicality.
Oh no, no.
You gave
Because
him a T.
I also said that Dallas definitely had a chance at beating Phoenix. So I ain't write them off
That's a
from the jump,
like, come on now.
huh?
That's like when they say Nostradamus predicted the future. No, he just said some things that could take effect anytime.
Dallas got a chance because of Luca is like obvious.
Exactly. That's
But
that's
no,
the
I didn't
whole
say that. I
reason.
didn't say they had a chance just because of Luca though. I said they had a chance because Phoenix is not like that. What you mean?
That's the whole.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's
I'm
the whole
sorry.
reason people
Phoenix
still
couldn't
not
find
counting
nobody.
out the Dallas Mavericks.
That's what you were saying. Okay.
But Marcus, I want to get your take on game one, man. What do you think about game one Warriors versus the Dallas Mavericks?
um, I saw Golden State be themselves. they they go show up like that every game. Except, just like Dallas has to show up. Dallas wasn't ready. It looked like Dallas wasn't ready to play. So I still think Dallas is a scary team. Like they will do some shit that you're gonna be like, wow, did they just beat us? That's how I feel. I still got Golden State winning, but I still think Dallas is gonna make it an interesting series. So I got Golden State in 6. And that's just my take. It just looked like they weren't ready. So yeah, and
I
they
feel
always
that
lose their first game. So
they
right.
outshot Phoenix, man. They not gonna outshoot Golden State. Golden State got
But
them
see,
shooters to match.
I
I
but
keep
guarantee
telling
see,
you,
y'all this.
second game is going to be much different. I got Seattle. I
exactly.
got Dallas winning game 2 in
And
Oh
to be
yeah,
Golden
honest,
State.
it's
all right. Golden
really
State running away with that one too.
It's
it's
about to be a
really
1-1 series.
it's really not even about
Negative.
them out shooting Golden State. Like we've seen it happen before. You don't have to outshoot Golden State to beat them.
They
That's
can't.
what that's the mistake. That's the
They
mistake a
can't
lot of teams
outsize them.
still make.
They can't
Nobody was
And
really
that's the
outsize
cutting to
them.
the
reason.
basket.
They can't outsize them. So how they
Exactly.
gonna beat them?
This,
If you
this
can't
is
outshoot them and you
how
can't outsize them, how you
Dallas.
gonna beat them?
This is how Dallas has a chance to make this interesting. Y'all gonna hate me for saying this, but Luka played just like
Make it
LeBron.
interesting.
The easiest way for that team in particular to have a chance against the Warriors, you got to slow the pace down. You can't have them ripping and running when y'all running y'all
E-
off that clock and
ex-
exploit them mismatches. There are
exactly.
mismatches they can exploit.
Exactly. It's not about outsizing them. It's not even about outshooting them because we've seen it before. Even when you can't outsize them and outshoot them, you can still find ways and scheme up ways to beat them. Like it's not like it can't be done. It's very difficult and very challenging, and it's asking a lot for a team over a 7-game series. But it's like I said, the Dallas Mavericks have a chance. It's just like everybody, they're so scary because of how they can ignite, but also because of how Luka can control the pace. And this game, Dallas did not play at their pace. They played at the Warriors' pace. Like they were trying to get out, run in transition. They were
That's
they
what's
were
gonna
ripping
happen in
like
Golden State. What
but
you
see,
expect?
no, that doesn't have to happen on the offense. Dallas came out doing that from rip. Like they didn't come out playing like themselves from
Cause
the
that
jump. If
they
you
in
come out,
Golden State, bro. That's the effect that happens when you play in Golden State.
okay, you can say that, but to be honest, I didn't see that happen with Memphis. And Memphis plays a fast-paced game. They still didn't speed up to the same speed as Golden State.
Oh,
Memphis still was grinding it out.
Memphis was shooting.
Like
Memphis was shooting. They would knock it down their shots.
Yeah, they was
shooting, but they was also grinding it out though. It wasn't just like they was bad, and that's what I mean.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. They were grinding it out.
Okay. Yeah. Memphis was shooting the ball, but they still in the games they won, whether Ja Morant on the floor or not, is because they were controlling the pace and they had it at the if even if the Warriors are shooting, if you can at least go at your pace, no matter what it is, whether it's fast, slow, medium, against the Warriors, you can find ways to get those mismatches and beat them. But let's go ahead and get to Chris real quick. I see you, Phil. But let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get and get your thoughts, Chris, about game one.
I saw two things tonight. I saw that missing because niggas was missing wide the fuck open jumpers that they usually knock down. But I saw Golden State switching defense and actually playing hard defense from everybody. Steph was playing D. Everybody was locked in defensively. And when they lock in defensively, that is a hard fucking team to beat, especially if they hitting their shot. And that's what I saw. And they frustrated Luka. Like, Luka was exploiting the mismatch. Like, he got Steph matched up on. They was trying to run a pick and roll, but like I said, Golden State played D tonight. I feel like everybody expecting Golden State to fail, and them boys got something to prove, and that's how they played tonight. And I think Dallas gonna get the next game. I want to see how, because they got Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd gonna scheme something up. I want to see how the next game gonna play. But if Golden State gonna have to play like they played tonight every game to put this Dallas team away. If they play defense every game and let Draymond control the energy of the game, yeah, they'll beat this Dallas team in 5. If they play the defense, but without, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna go at least 6-7, and that's my take on it.
And I'm so glad that you did mention their defense, because as we've seen at times through this playoffs, especially in that Memphis series, their defense can have very, very major lapses, and it's not at times always the best. Now, of course, Gary Payton missing, does play a big factor in that. But like I said, without him, honestly, that does leave Golden State in a very vulnerable position on defense, because the only other person besides Draymond Green who is somewhat a perimeter defender is Klay Thompson and Andrew Wiggins, whatever Andrew Wiggins decides he wants to be aggressive that night on both ends of the floor.
Andrew Wiggins. They need Gary Payton. Not for this series.
I think they need him too. Honestly, I
don't think they need him.
So because Otto Porter hooping right now. If they don't need him.
Otto Porter's not reliable. Otto Porter's not reliable,
but he hooping when they need him to.
They can run a 6-man rotation and be okay. They really don't need him.
They only about to be playing 5 games. They'll be all right.
Okay. Okay. And Phil, I know you had some last words that you wanted to add about this topic. What did you want to say?
It's a couple. I ain't gonna lie, but one thing that nobody's talking about is Dallas. Like, Dallas literally had the best defense all year. Are we going to ignore that when it comes just because they playing Golden State?
Like, where was it in game 1?
It's game 1. Like, it happens.
It happens. It's going to happen again 3 more times, too.
But see, that's the...
Hold on. I got him. So you want to bet on that, Mike? What's up? You sound too confident. Let's bet on that. Let's bet on the next game. I got Dallas winning.
And Golden State.
Yep, yeah, I got Dallas winning the Golden State too.
Negative. They finna 2-0.
What's up? What's up? Make a bet.
Nah, I'll take it.
Nah, make a bet. Come on, let's do some let's do some Diet Pepsis.
I'll take it. I will take it.
They keep playing hungry. If they play hungry, because they play hungry, because even when Luka tried to do his thing, Golden State wasn't having it tonight. They just weren't having it tonight. But they got to do that 3 more times.
Exactly.
They
They
got to
have
do
to
that
do
3 more
this
times.
3 more times. And not just that, as we've seen in this playoffs, their shooting even hasn't always been on the point. Look at Clay 3-point numbers. Look at Steph 3-point numbers in these playoffs. They have
They're gonna
dropped
take a night off.
but it has just been the night. It's low key been the entire playoffs. Look at their averages through the entire playoffs.
But
they can't afford to really have too many bad games against Dallas where they shoot the ball bad. It will bite them it's gonna bite them in the end.
They had
and to your point
They
too,
had a tougher
Cardino, but what
time
I'm
with
saying
Memphis.
too now
Golden State
is Clay
fine.
getting in rhythm though. So that's why Golden State's still kind of scary because Clay just came back. Clay, the last couple games is starting to find a rhythm. And we all know how deadly that boy can be once he really get in rhythm. That's what I saw today. That's what I want to see in game 2. If Clay gonna come out in rhythm, because like the last 3 playoff games, Clay didn't start finding his rhythm. He started turning into that old Clay. Now, if he can keep doing that, but I think this gonna be a fight. I think it's
They're
gonna be a fight.
They're gonna take game 3 off, and then they're gonna close them out game 4 and 5. It's gonna be that.
Go ahead, wrap us up, Phil. Go ahead, wrap us up for this topic.
So, about Klay Thompson, we know he's inconsistent. He'll have a game where he scored 5 points, and then have another game where he scored 35. We know that's.
I don't know about 5, not 5. Come on, man, that's a stretch.
5, he scored.
No,
10.
I'm talking about, but all I'm saying is he getting his rhythm back. Phil, he turning back into what he was before pre-injury.
I feel that, but I'm saying you saw what happened in Game 6. Game 5, he gonna score like 10 points.
It's okay. He gonna give you a 30-point quarter.
But what I did want to say is that
in a closeout
permanent series, one is rebounding because both those teams kind of aren't the greatest at rebounding because they run small, and 2, shooting. Both of these teams shoot the ball a lot, and it literally depends on who's going to be hot that day. Now, you have, I guess you can say, more reliable shooters, more proven shooters on Golden State side, which is fine. But there was a time when they weren't proven shooters. And I know that's what Dallas is working with right now. I do believe Jalen Brunson is their second best player, and I think if don't nobody else come for the ride, I know he will. But what they really need is Spencer Dinwiddie to keep playing like he's been playing these last few games. Because if that happens, this could get real interesting. And Dallas keep playing the top-notch defense they've been playing.
You're literally trying to say Dallas is going to beat them with the Houston method.
I'm not
Dallas
saying
gonna win game 2.
That Houston team did not play defense. This Dallas team plays defense at an elite level.
Well,
but they both can play some good defense though. Both teams, they definitely it's an even matchup. It's an even matchup.
Golden State does everything they do but better.
Speaking of teams that can both play defense, let's go ahead and move on to this. Let's talk about the other game one with these 2 defensive stalwarts known as the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat. Boston came out on fire in the first half of game 1, and the Miami Heat came out in the second half and put that fire right out. Now, of course, Al Horford and Marcus Smart not being there are definitely 2 huge factors in the reason why the second half of that game went like how it went, and why the Miami Heat were able to take game 1 how they were. Now, in my opinion, I still think Boston is winning the 7. I got them winning game 2. I have them bouncing back, and I got it kind of being the opposite of what happened in game 1, because that kind of seems how it happens for Boston. They come out, they lose game 1 kind of handily, come out, win game 2, and then it's just punch counter punch from there. And I think that game 2 is going to be similar to how it was game 1. It's the opposite. Miami Heat going to come out on fire after closing out game 1 how they did, and I think Boston's going to come back and rally behind in the second half. But let's go ahead and get your thoughts on this, Marcus. What did you think about that game 1 between the Miami Heat and Boston Celtics?
Turnovers. That's the only reason Boston lost. It was lazy passes, just constant turnovers in that third quarter that just flipped, and they go on like a 22-3 run or something.
Like 22-4, yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And I was just looking like
they definitely did throw a lot of lazy, like just lackadaisical passes. Then they can't they should have known they can't do that even more in this series. And like you had a little bit of leeway against the Bucks because they don't attack off the ball as aggressively as the Heat do. The Heat attack very aggressively off the ball, so you can't throw no lackadaisical pass. I think it's just you're gonna be able to just float that in there.
And another thing that I saw was they are the complete mirror of each other. It's like they are looking at themselves in the mirror when they play each other because they are exactly the same type of team. They're built the same. And my bad.
No, you good.
They're built the same. And what I saw was without Marcus Smart, they in deep shit. They need him to, because I don't think that would have happened if he was there. Because even the coach calling timeout and trying to get in their ass like, hey, these lackadaisical passes, trying to get their head right, they just couldn't get right for, I don't know what happened. It's like they needed Marcus Smart at that time.
That's because Marcus Smart is there. You could call him the Draymond Green of that team. He is their emotional leader. Yep. Jason Tatum, he is there on the court scoring leader, but Marcus Smart is there.
And I told you,
when
Tyler Hero needs to make the shots that he has to. Before. And I told you, Tyler Hero needs to make those shots that he's supposed to hit, and he did that, which gave another big boost to Miami. And Jimmy Buckets took it home like he's supposed to. He's showing everybody, hey, maybe I might be the greatest player in the goddamn NBA. That's all I got to say about that until somebody proved me wrong. So it is going 7 games.
Oh, I'm about to prove you wrong for sure.
And I'm on the fence on. I really don't care who wins it because I like both teams, but I still got Boston just edging it out in Game 7.
Oh my goodness!
But Miami did show you why they number 1 in the East.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So Miami showed that, but I'm gonna keep one. That's only because Boston got off to such a bad start to the season. If Boston don't start the season as bad as they do, they are no doubt the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference without a doubt in my mind. They're only 2 games behind the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat's record was 53-29, and Boston almost caught them even with starting as terrible as they did. They started off.
Miami had injuries. Bam was out half the season. Like, cool out, man.
To understand something. Yes, Boston did start off bad, but Miami definitely ended the year on a low note too. So they could have won more games as well.
Exactly, and they've been hurt. Bam was out half the season, man. What? Come on, bro.
I mean,
but I still got Boston edging it out, and it's gonna be like
Butler
one of those
was in and out the lineup too.
Kawhi Leonard type shots that he hit on Philly.
Man, what you think? Oh my goodness! The fact that y'all think y'all think Boston finna win Game 2 with these probable injuries, they're not even expected to come back in Game 2. They is probable and questionable, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. Like
okay.
Y'all still think they finna win Game 2 in Miami?
Al Horford.
Like, you don't think no team capable of defending their home court, huh? Everybody just gonna drop one at home.
Everybody has shown that they drop one at home, though. Name a team that hasn't dropped the game at home in the playoffs so far.
Teams have won the first 2 games.
Not this playoffs. Everybody didn't drop.
Yes, they have. It haven't been 1-1 every time. Teams won the first 2 games.
Only one that ain't been 1-1 is Brooklyn. Everybody else
eventually they all lost one on their home court.
Yeah,
everybody has lost a game on their home court this year.
I think Phoenix only lost Game 7 on their home court, low key.
They did. The Mavericks
So
actually lost the home game in the playoffs yet. Oh no, I lied. They lost in Utah one time in the
Yeah.
finals.
Well, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and hear from you, Mike, because I know you got some thoughts, and I know you've been real interested to really dive into how you really feel about the Miami Heat.
Mike, you finna cap on how I already know you is, bro.
Oh yeah. He about to.
Yeah, his prejudice about to come out.
For real, he getting his press conference. Get the camera.
I swear he is.
He finna do his coach's press conference.
y'all hilarious, bro. Y'all hilarious. Look, let me tell you, all right. I want to start. I'm gonna start with this. What's the one thing that I told y'all that I was gonna do before this when all y'all was talking about Boston and it was gonna take out Miami? I told y'all I was gonna send y'all the picture. What picture I said I was gonna send y'all, right?
I didn't get no picture, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but
Van
you know
block.
what picture you see? Oh, exactly. You feel me? My man's came out with 4 blocks. Hey, I told you. He's shutting that down, bro. He not going for none of that, bro. No Al Horford. Y'all better pray Al Horford come back in game 2 because they gonna need a miracle, bro. 87 points. 87. Oh my goodness. Come on, bro. This is not this you not seeing no mirror. You seeing dominance. Miami dominance.
You know, they only dropped 87, but it ain't like the Heat beat them worse. It ain't like the Heat beat them worse than the Bucks beat them in game 1 on their own floor. So until the Heat beat them by 20 plus on their own home floor, I ain't like
Jimmy G and the G stand for Giggs. Stop playing with that man, bro. He came out and showed y'all why he was just in the finals. Like, and he going back. Like, come on, bro. The disrespect.
he gonna go
The
back to
disrespect.
lose. Jimmy
The
Butler
disrespect.
finna be another one. If Jimmy Butler make
Wow,
it back
that
to the
is
finals, bro,
true.
you might as well
Wow,
put
that
him in
is
the same.
true.
You might as well put him in the same class as Damian Lillard, Chris Paul, Steve Nash, and a bunch of other players as
Why you
well,
had to
because they
name all
ain't
the point
never
guards?
getting
Like
one and
you
never
could have
have
said
it, never will.
you didn't have to name all the point guards. That was literally a shot at me. You could have said Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing. Like you ain't had to go there. You ain't.
Nah.
Hey, he's in the
But it's
class of
okay.
good, but not good enough.
It's okay.
Nah.
It's okay. You know what I'm saying? And while I agree with you on him making the finals, probably not gonna win because he's gonna have to go against Golden State. That's unfortunate. He's showing y'all that the East is no problem. He's going through them. And Boston, if they don't get these injuries
Talking about
together,
the
man,
East is
Miami.
no.
If they don't get these injuries together, Miami gonna win in 5, maybe 6 games, honestly. So y'all better hope these injuries,
5 or 6
don't.
games.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, 5.
If they don't get these injuries together, oh yeah. Now if they get back healthy,
Al
and
Horford,
Al
Al Horford
Horford come
not
out these
hurt, bro. Al
protocol.
Horford is in.
Hey, it's still an injury, COVID injury, whatever you want to call it, bro. He's still
Talking
not
about
playing.
COVID injury. I'm about to say he's not
He
hurt. And
not playing. You see what I'm
Marcus
saying?
Smart
So
gonna be back and get. You know what, Phil? Just go ahead, Phil. Just go ahead. Just please.
He went straight to pick.
I just find it so crazy. Didn't Mike say he was a Jason Tatum fan?
Exact. Thank you. This is what I've
Every
been
time
saying.
has to lift his up, he just shoot him down every time. And in this series, I can understand because I do respect the Miami Heat. They are real. They are number 1 seed for a reason. And they have a superstar. Jimmy Butler is most definitely a superstar. You can't ignore that. And I ain't talking about one of those guys who like are friends. No, I'm talking about up there with the upper echelon of players, at least when it's playoff time. Jimmy Butler, one of those guys. And a good way to show you, if I'm not mistaken, he didn't have any 40-point games in the regular season. And I think he got
he
like 5.
saved him for the playoffs. That's right. Tell him.
Like, Jimbo Slice is real, and that Miami Heat team is deep and is real. My thing is that before the injuries happened, I felt like Boston was like the worst possible matchup for Miami. But Boston has to be healthy to beat them because, especially if you ain't gonna have Marcus Smart, which I think he is coming back game 2. I'm not worried about Al Horford because he will be back. But you need those two guys for two different reasons. One, Marcus Smart showed y'all, it wasn't even on the defensive end when he was missed. It was on the offensive end because when he got taken out
missed so much offensively.
when he got taken out the game, that forced Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to be more of playmakers. And that's exactly their strong suit. At least not right now. They working on it. They have definitely made improvements this year, like in the postseason alone. Like within a couple rounds, I've seen them make improvements. But that's still not the strongest part of their game. And when you force them
They're
into
scorers. That's what their job is, to put the ball in the basket.
yeah, but when you're trying to be a superstar, you got to know how to facilitate as well. You can't tell me not one superstar that don't know how.
They do.
But yeah, no, that's what I'm saying though. Like without Marcus Smart, it's forcing them to do more of that, be more of what they aren't. And that's why I'm saying like that's where Marcus Smart is needed because even though I do believe he's more like a secondary ball handler, but if you have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown making plays along with Marcus Smart and Al Horford, because he is a great passer as well, it works out. If they're healthy, I'm taking Boston to 7. But if these injuries if these guys don't come back, I don't think Boston can pass the Miami Heat. You need a healthy Miami Heat. You need a healthy Boston team to beat that Miami Heat team, and they're deep.
Hey man, I can't let you get away with just playing me like that with JT. That JT is my boy. But in my defense, while you talk about me tearing him down, I didn't once tear him down.
Please stop calling him your boy.
The people that he up
Please
against,
stop
you
calling
cannot
him your
fault
boy.
me. You cannot fault me.
I told you I can't fault you. I told you I can't fault you.
KD is supposed to be the best player in the NBA. Now, this playoffs was a major disappointment. Ain't none of us expect that. But regardless, he's supposed to be the best player in the NBA right now.
No, it's
So that's not. Now which brings me to my next point, Chris. The next person I had, you see what I'm saying, is another person that's supposed to be considered the best person in the NBA. So like these is two people who is highly considered the very best in the NBA. That's not tearing him down in no way, shape, or form. And then on top of that, you got the number one team. On top of that, you got the number one team.
You cannot
one team in the East. So
hold
me for that either.
Hold on.
Then a couple years ago,
you can't fault
me for that because Miami went to the finals. Like I don't understand.
Can I please ask my question
real quick? They went to the finals once with Jimmy Butler, and then last year they got put out in the first round.
The whole year.
If that's how you want to put it, bro.
I called it the whole year,
bro. I don't care, bro. If that's how you want to put it, then the Miami Heat had to reprove themselves this season again. They had one finals run. What you say about Phoenix? They made it to the finals once. Who knows if they gonna get it done again? They couldn't. Same thing for the Heat. They made it to the finals once, and that was 2 years ago.
Once with Jimmy, bro. You forgot they was just in the finals all them LeBron years too. That's still Eric Spoelstra. That's still the coaching staff.
Right. That's still LeBron, bro. You gonna talk about the second greatest all time, bro? That's LeBron. The Heat would have never made it without LeBron. Come on, Nat.
They make it without LeBron a few years before they got LeBron. When they made it, so what you mean? That's Heat culture. That's Heat culture.
That would have been the last time they would have won one. D-Wade only would have had that one. He wasn't winning no more without LeBron. You saying the Heat went to the finals with LeBron is more of a credit to LeBron's greatness than the Miami Heat's greatness, bro. Knock it off.
Give Spoelstra and give Pat Riley their credit, bro. Stop playing with them, bro. And you got to get in their credit even more for going to the finals with Jimmy after all of that. So you can't just say it was LeBron. And they potentially about to do it again with Jimmy, bro. So you can't just say that. Like, nah. It's Miami. It's
but I'm just saying, it was the one time with Jimmy, though. It was that one. That Miami Heat team went that one time.
And they about to do it again. So that's
are y'all done with y'all enemas? Did y'all get all that shit out?
This guy.
Let's go ahead and
ask
review.
a question real quick because he explained, you can't blame me for going against, these guys. Even though I don't blame you for picking Miami in this situation because Miami is a great team. I don't care what nobody say. That's a great team that's been put together. But I just gotta ask you this. Now you took the Nets, because of KD, and you took Giannis. I mean, you took the Bucks because of Giannis. You know what I'm saying? And you saw him beat both of them, and yet you still picking against him. What's up with that?
Again, because it's Miami.
I get that.
I
but
like this Miami team, and I've been
I
on
do
board
too.
with this Miami. I've been on board with this Miami team since they got Jimmy. So you know what I'm saying.
I have too.
I'm not falling away from that. I'm not, you know what I'm saying. I'm not falling away from that, especially because
But Jason Tatum's supposed to be
proved
on
themselves
board,
this
but you
year and
ain't been on
everything.
board with him since he got in the league.
Just
It's
as
not
much.
him, it's the team. I feel like he don't got nothing. All he got is him and JB.
It's just that
I don't trust nobody else. I trust Al Horford. He a veteran Celtic, but he not enough. Y'all counting on Marcus Smart, and we all know how I feel about Marcus Smart.
But Marcus Smart,
know.
if Marcus Smart would have played yesterday, that third quarter turnover debacle would have never happened.
The impact
He's not consistent though.
Bro, ain't
Well,
nobody
and facilitating the floor.
Ain't nobody
And
consistent.
anything, he not consistent. He ain't been consistent his whole career.
Oh my God, Mike!
Oh, Jesus
nobody
Christ!
is like you. I don't know why you want Marcus Smart to be this superstar player. He's not a superstar player, so you hold him to superstar standards. Don't understand why.
He's a role player.
Jamal Crawford
does
not
his
a
job.
superstar player, bro, and he was consistent. Did his job every game. Tony Allen did his job. You see what I'm saying? It's plenty of players
Marcus Smart
who
was
do
never a
their
bucket
job
getter. He's more of a
consistently.
defender.
Consistently.
That boy
Marcus Smart was
player
a
of
top
the
10
year.
pick. Top 10 pick in the draft. Matter of fact, I think top 5 pick in the draft,
But
bro.
he's a defender.
Top 5
That's
pick
true,
in
but
the
he was
draft,
a defender. Marcus Smart always
top
been a
5 pick
defender.
in the draft.
Just because he went top 10, he's supposed to be this
You
great.
going off draft picks, bro? Come on now. You reaching with this.
I'm saying he a top 5 pick in the draft, bro, and he been inconsistent. That's what I'm saying.
My man ain't been good at nothing but playing defense his whole career. Playing defense and a little facilitate.
No, he got offense. He got some offense, but it's spotty. It come here, it come there. You know what I'm
It
saying?
ain't Jamal Crawford's offense. It ain't Jay Craw offense.
It's not. It's not. But he do got some offense, but it don't come all the time. And his playmaking be off. Like he was supposed to be running that organization.
I want to hear you talk about Draymond Green like this, bro.
And it took him
Marcus Smart
6
is
years?
literally.
It took him 6 years to get to where they trust him to run the organization? They didn't try 7 different point guards before they finally decided to trust Marcus Smart with running the.
Bro, that's because he was a shooting guard at first. He wasn't even a point guard.
No, yes, he was.
Converted to
He was
a
supposed to
point
be their
guard
guard.
from being a shooting guard.
He was supposed to be their point guard. That's what they drafted.
No, bro.
What I will say. This is what I will say about Marcus Smart. He did play point guard in college, but when he got drafted, he definitely played the 2 until the last couple years.
Because he couldn't facilitate nothing. They tried him at the 1. What you mean? He was the first. If I'm not mistaken, he was the first Rondo replacement.
A good secondary ball handler and playmaker. Like he ain't gotta be the number 1 point guard on your team. Like as long as you can still utilize him for that team, he is perfect for that team. Now could he?
Why won't you let him be great?
Why you don't talk about Andrew Wiggins not? Wait. Hold on. Why you don't talk about Andrew Wiggins not being this consistent? You feel me? When Andrew Wiggins was drafted higher in the drafting him, bro. And Andrew Wiggins ain't done his job since day 1. Andrew Wiggins haven't done his job since day 1. Not on Timberwolves. He barely do it on the Warriors.
Smart ain't ever averaged a dub.
He don't need to. That's
not
the
even
point.
Close.
He don't need to. Has
the dub multiple times.
All right, we going off topic.
Overall, because he could get an insane amount of buckets. That's not why he got drafted. You trying to make it so just because he don't get a bunch of buckets, he's sorry because he got drafted 6. That's literally not why he got drafted.
No, I didn't say it's because he don't get a lot of buckets. I said it's because he inconsistent. And he not just inconsistent with his buckets. He, like I say, he inconsistent with a lot, like his playmaking. Don't act like them turnovers don't be coming in abundance.
Boy. Oh my God.
Just
What
let
was
him be
another
in
one?
denial for. We gonna let him be in denial for this episode.
We are. We
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
let him. We gonna let him be in delusion about Marcus Smart while we move on to perhaps perhaps
That's
the NBA's
fine.
most
Just
delusional
know
player in
we
Kyrie
ain't
Irving.
never made no finals
Kyrie,
with him.
Kyrie has perhaps been stuck in the land of delusion this entire season, and it continues into the off season. Starting with his comments about him saying that pretty much he should have stayed with LeBron and he wish he was more mature when he could have easily made that choice and had the opportunity to. And it's like at this point, what is Kyrie Irving and what does Kyrie Irving want? And like at this point, I kind of feel like Stephen A. Is his main goal even playing basketball anymore, or does he want to become, just Kyrie the philanthropist? Because he does like to, he likes to portray himself in a very philanthropic way. You feel me? So, I wanna go ahead and get your thoughts on this first, Phil, because especially because it has to do with your main man LeBron. Starting off with Kyrie saying he wished he was more mature back then. What do you think about it, man?
He definitely should have been more mature back then. If he was more mature back then, the man's career would have went a lot different. That's how I feel personally. I definitely think that if he would stay with LeBron, they probably would have won at least one more championship. They would have probably had to find some way to finesse KD out of Golden State, but I think they would have pulled it off, and won the ring that way. But this is my thing with Kyrie. Kyrie, one of those dudes. Well, when everybody zig, he zag just because everybody's zigging. Like if you Kyrie to do something, he will literally think of something else just because you thought of something. Like it's really hard to point how he actually feeling or where his head is actually at. But I will say this about Kyrie Irving: the man is spectacular. Like on the court, the man is spectacular. And to be honest, it is a crying shame that he don't want to hoop. Like I'm not gonna put the whole vaccine thing on him because that's the choice he's making with his body. So I can't really hold him for that. Even though a lot of people try to hold him responsible for that, I don't think he should be held. He should be held responsible for his choice. I will say that. But I can't blame him for not wanting to take the vaccine. And I will give him credit for staying in shape and somehow finessing that deal with the in New York. But Kyrie be all over the place. One minute the world flat, the next minute, he don't wanna be around youngins. Like, and low key, that's probably why him and KD work so well together. Because KD don't care. Like, as long as we out there hooping, like that's all I care about in KD's. But it's hard to really call anything on Kyrie for real. Like, it really is.
You could call Cap.
You
That's
said
what you could call. I said you could call Cap. That's what you could call.
yeah, that's he definitely
that.
capped.
What do you think, Marcus? Because I know when it comes to Mr. Kyrie, you've always got some very, very interesting thoughts about him.
I feel like he was watching that episode where Shaq was talking about Kobe, how he was arrogant and he thought he was just bigger than himself. And he admitted that he wished he was mature enough to stay with Kobe because they would have had 4-5 more rings.
Facts.
If Shaq and Kobe stayed together, it would. Oh my God!
Exactly.
Shaq,
So
Shaq didn't leave. I just want to let y'all know.
he probably went to YouTube and saw that episode. Was like, you know what? Maybe Shaq was on to something. Yeah, maybe if I
It
was
is
mature enough to stay with
trending right
LeBron,
now.
I would have like 5 more rings right now. And no, I don't fault Kyrie for not taking the vaccine. That's his choice. That's his body. However, I do feel that, okay, if that's the case, then we need to readjust your contract. So if you're making 60 million, since you're only playing half, we go pay you half. Go get 30 million. He's still a very talented player, still top 10 player in the NBA. Truthfully, basketball is in his heart, but it's just not. It's not. I don't think it's fun for him anymore because he's now seeing more of the. He's seeing something that's not making him happy, which I see him with a canvas and some paintbrushes. What's my man's name back in the day? With the afro.
I know.
Just,
yeah. I can't think of his name. I know you talking about Channel 11.
That's what I think Kyrie's gonna do. Like once he figure it out, like I'm gonna retire. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start painting. He's gonna have his own channel with just people painting. He's gonna be nice and calm and so relaxed and happy. That's what I think about Kyrie.
Yeah, Marcus, you right in that category with Kyrie and Cap.
What? How? What was Cap about that?
You said
what
what?
You gotta say, Mike? Because I was coming to you next. So go ahead, speak your thoughts.
I mean, I feel like his whole statement was Cap. Like, bro, let's be clear. Like, you really just salty that y'all just got swept in the first round. Like that's what this statement is about. Like, let's call it what it is. Like, I don't know why he gotta, paint over it and sugarcoat it and make it sweet. Cause come on, bro. You and LeBron relationship, you know what I'm saying? LeBron was cool, you know what I'm saying? And you was the one coming, you know what I'm saying? He like, where these comments coming from? Like, this sideways, you know what I'm saying? So don't give me that maturity, because you still the same person. Like, you haven't matured more. So how could you have been more mature then when you ain't even more mature now? Like, I see a lot of the same characteristics. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand, bro. So you wanted to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? That's why you left for playing with LeBron. You ain't want him to have all the spotlight. You wanted those spotlight. Now you got the spotlight. You been that guy. You ain't delivered for whatever reason. And now you like, man, I should have stayed in the shadows. I should have stayed with him. I could have had some chips and this, that, and the third. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you said you wanted to be that guy, I guess you had higher expectations for yourself. But did that include the amount of games that you're gonna play in the season? Because I don't understand how you gonna be that guy and you ain't even showing up to be that guy. Like, that don't make no sense. So I really feel like this statement only came out as a.
You know what, Mike? What you said made me think about something. Cause you said how he always stay hurt, bro. He dang near got to go in that category with AD, top 5 talent.
Ooh, street clothes, Irving.
But with him, it's more than just injuries. I mean, like, all the, you got the COVID incident, then you got the attacks at the what's the name?
At the Capitol, yeah. He was so, and Stephen A. He was so traumatized by the attacks at the Capitol that he needed time away from basketball.
He's taking multiple steps off. You know what I'm saying? Multiple times away from basketball. So you got that on top. And then that's another thing that makes me, you know what I'm saying, wonder even more, because how do you take this much time off of basketball and still have all these injuries? Like, some not adding up. It's not. It's almost like Ben Simmons in this back issue when he ain't played in over a year.
I really think it's some mental stuff going on with Ben, though. I don't know about the back, but I think it really is some mental stuff going on.
No. It really was some back stuff.
It's the same thing.
Had back surgery, Phil.
Yeah, bro. It's legit. It's legit.
Yeah, bro. Legit, bro.
Hey,
yeah, bro. He had back surgery.
Like Cornell Boyd, Stephen A. said. Like he
a
said,
couple days
I'm
after
really
game
wondering
4.
what did you do to hurt your back because you ain't been playing. Like what?
They
What
ain't
did you
played a
do?
He was
Like
lick of
working out too hard.
basketball.
He was working out
Hey,
too
How
no,
hard.
did
no,
you
he
hurt
been
your
playing
back?
He was
Like
working out too
how?
hard.
We just ain't see him play basketball. He been playing. That's how he got hurt.
LVAC
Yeah, he
or
was
you
working
know what
out
I'm
too hard.
saying?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he
So
go
knocking
look
out.
and watch. He been busting ass and pickup games. He was out there killing that
Yeah,
shit. He
he
was shooting
knocking
all
out,
kind of
knocking
threes
down
in
all those
pickup
threes
games.
In
in
the
the
first,
Light Time
Anyway,
Fitness.
oh, that's
but
what it is. Anytime fitness. Yeah, that's what it is.
but yeah, Chris, go ahead and slide in here, man. Let me get your
Hey,
thoughts
all right,
about.
man. Look, my thoughts on Kyrie. I think it's all cap, and I'm gonna piggyback off what everybody said. Because what Marcus said, he watched the Shaq video. I thought that immediately, like you saying the same thing exactly to a T that Shaq said. If I would have stayed with Kobe, we would have just been winning rings, winning rings, winning rings. If I would have, but are you saying if you would have stayed with LeBron because you lost with KD? Because a minute ago, you and KD was supposed to be the truth. Y'all was supposed to get it done. So now,
and what he
to
said,
my
Chris,
point,
the first time I can get a ball, somebody and trust him to make a shot. When he said that,
exactly. So now
And to
you
That's
that
what he
get
point,
said.
KD and y'all
though,
get swept. Y'all get
went back with
swept.
LeBron too. He was looking for a point guard. He could have. He went with KD.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Went back with
Like,
Good
LeBron.
point. Yeah, he could have
This was
played for
just.
LeBron. He could have.
This was
That's
just
good point because he could have
3
had
years
Bron.
ago.
He
You
could
could
have
have went
had
back.
Bron.
You
You could
could
have
have
went
went
to the
back with
Lakers.
LeBron.
He
not
didn't
just
want
that,
LeBron.
to come to LA.
not just that. He also could have stayed with the team that just swept him and the 2 young shot makers that were there.
He could not stay on that team, Carnell. They would not be as good as they are now if he was still on that team.
Jason Tatum and
It
James
was
Brown themselves
supposed to
wasn't even
be.
letting him
That's
stay
the
on that
crazy
team. They
part.
like,
Like
bro gotta
when
Right,
go.
but
Kyrie
they
was
were
Bro
with
gotta go.
supposed to be though. Kyrie
Kyrie
Irving
with
got
them too.
jealous. He got jealous. So what's with? Oh, okay. So
But
really
think about
quickly,
why he got jealous though.
He gotta
Because
be the
them
man.
boys
Because
is
Kyrie gotta be the man.
that's
he,
literally why he left Cleveland.
He gotta be the man.
but
Be that
but
guy,
he
and now Jason Tatum finna come be that guy.
But wait, hold on.
That's not the
It's just like you said though. It's just like you said though. How can you be the guy when you always hurt though? Only reason Jason Tatum really took that step was because you went out, Kyrie. So what else was they gonna do?
Literally,
Just sit around
literally
and just
got
be?
hurt and they went on a run to the Eastern Conference Finals. Like
Jason
Yeah, bro.
Tatum
He
was
got
Fact.
hurt.
taking
They
that
won.
step.
he
Fact.
was
Jason Tatum was
regardless.
taking that step
Fact.
regardless. Stop
Him
playing.
He
not
Jason Tatum
was
was gonna be
exactly.
the face of
accelerated.
Boston the minute they had the #1 pick and he was in that draft class. Everybody knew that. That's why they was able to finesse the Sixers and everything.
Fleeced them.
What?
See,
Come on, man.
Kyrie
Everybody
Irving
knew.
just a spoiled little
Kyrie
kid
knew. That's why he
who
left.
can't get his way, and he go tuck and cry every time he don't get his way. I want to be the
Told y'all
man,
about
but you're not that guy. He's
he the
not
most
that guy.
Okay.
He always
Okay. So then.
he want
future.
to be the
So
Batman,
then.
but he the Robin. You to always be the Robin.
So
You was a
then.
Robin.
Exactly. So then, really quickly, this leads me into like a little side question I had. If Kyrie doesn't pick up his option, do you offer him a max?
No.
No,
No.
you
Unless
don't
you
That's
even
all
want to
I
play
lose,
need.
unless you want to
basketball.
lose your money.
Hey, what Stephen A. say? I'll get that boy 50 mil for 1 year.
That's
I
And
don't
exactly what
know.
I would do.
Like,
But
thank you. Like, bro, your heart ain't in basketball. You want to go save the world one day. Then you want to go probably plant flowers on Tuesday. You don't want to really play basketball. You want to
I
y'all
play
feel like
basketball
him.
sometime.
I
why
feel
y'all
like
play?
him and James Harden in similar situations in terms of that. And y'all could say that, and it's true. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't offer him that max, somebody is gonna offer him that max, bro.
And
I
It's
they
don't
go
think
teams.
not
suffer
with
the
Kyrie.
It's
consequence.
team.
Offer him
Not with
Why?
Kyrie. He ain't
Hey,
about
now
to.
we're not talking about the outcomes. I'm not talking about no outcomes. What's gonna happen once they offer him that max? That's on them. You know what I'm saying? Whichever team, but
Kyrie is the
it's teams
AB of
that's
the
hungry.
NBA.
And when you got
Oh no, no.
superstars like
What I'm
that,
telling you,
somebody offering that max. You know what
Kyrie
I'm
is the
saying?
Antonio
Somebody.
Brown. He done made himself the
And if I
Antonio
owned
Brown
the
of the NBA.
team,
the teams that's gonna offer him max money is teams like Sacramento, teams
Exactly.
like
That was the main team I was
like
thinking about.
Washington, teams that suck and they're not gonna get better.
They gonna
Like I say,
They,
he gonna be
they
the
just want to throw
Antonio
away
Brown.
money.
He's the
and
Antonio Brown of the NBA. He the
but
Antonio
the
Brown
the
of the
thing
NBA
about
right now.
them, the thing about them offering him that money is it's gonna force somebody else to. Washington or Sacramento or somebody gonna offer him that money. He probably not gonna go there, but he gonna tell everybody, "Hey, I'm gonna go check that bag." And then you got a team like Brooklyn who still got championship aspirations. Like, hold on now, we can't just let you go there. You want that bag that bad now? Let's talk. You know what I'm saying? They gonna try to talk it out. They gonna try to get a quote unquote commitment, this, that, and the third. He gonna give it to him, then they gonna give him that money, and it's gonna happen all over again. Like
He goes shit on him again.
you know what I'm saying? Like somebody gonna pay him that money. Now what happens after that is I can't tell you.
So you
You know what
saying
I'm
he gonna
saying?
rob somebody?
That money.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna just like James Harden. James Harden gonna get paid that money. He gonna get paid that money, and I
Oh
love
no,
James Harden.
Billy
He a
have a choice
baller,
but to
but he
pay
gonna
him.
get paid that money. He gonna get paid that money, and he gonna let somebody down again in the biggest moment in the playoffs. Like
But no,
it's going.
that Harden situation different. Philly gotta pay him. Like they don't have a choice but to pay him. All that they trade away for James Harden, they gotta pay him.
Like I said, just like Phil, you missed it. I said this on last episode when it was me, Mike, Marcus, and Chris. 2 years, $45 million. That's all James Harden getting. Take it or leave it.
No.
Now
2
when
years, $45 million. That's all he
he
getting.
leave it and walk away for that max, what you
Are
gonna
you
do
serious?
then? Depend on Joel Embiid.
Are you
Nope.
serious?
Nope. Nope. At that point,
Count on
at that
Tobias Harris again.
nope. If James Harden chooses not to take it and he chooses to leave it, at
Bro,
that point, you know what? I'm
money.
gonna send Joel Embiid to greener pastures.
Hey, they should have something in the clause that
pastures.
they should have
He
something
said,
in the
I'm just
clause
gonna
to
break it
say
all up, man.
you can't just play. You just can't give me regular season stats. You have to give me playoff stats too.
And that's exactly why he get 2 years, $45 million. It's respectable enough for an all-star, but he ain't played to the level of a superstar. He don't get superstar money.
I'm about to tell you exactly what's gonna happen with that. I'm about to tell you exactly what's gonna happen with that because it's already happened. OKC. The man went to the finals. Contract year. Show up? Of course not. 8 points. 8 points per game in the finals. Only time he ever went to the finals. That's what he got to show for it. It's 8 points per game. So he come back next season. Hey, I need that bag. Max dollars, max years, all of that. Max me out. You see what I'm saying? They looking at him like, hold on, bro. You just dropped 8 points per game in the finals. Ibaka came through swatting shots, getting buckets. He's even
Exactly.
hitting threes now. Hold on, bro.
James
You
Harden
want Max
wanted
Dollars? Hold on, bro.
Harden wanted that 60. James Harden wanted that 60 mil contract at OKC was only
About
giving him
48.
55. They was
But
only
hey,
giving him
didn't they block get a
55,
ring
which is
though? But
what
don't Blocky got a
then,
ring though?
So look, hold on. So look what
Oh,
happens
with
after
OK.
that. Look what happens after that. James Harden like, all right, bet. I'm out. I'm taking that bag. He go take that bag. OKC been praying they kept that team together ever since. So what? What you want? You know what I'm saying? What you want to do? You sure you want to do that? Go down that trip again if you feel it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man.
Will say about James Harden. First of all, it will be you can't put that first contract. That was his first contract, man. Pay that boy. Like give him that $5 million. But anyway, I think in that situation,
Hell no, I wasn't paying
that
him either.
Pay that man when you still got KD, Westbrook, and
Bro,
Ibaka
you
who
was
just showed
just
up.
the
Pay
sixth
that man.
man of the year.
The man
You
who
was
let
just
you
the
down.
sixth
Pay that
man of the
man.
year, busting
you
ass
are
in the
literally
regular
talking
season.
about a
If we
2-week
get to the
period
finals,
where
you
he
was the
didn't play
sixth
well, as
year. You
opposed to
get
the
more than
other
10. You can't
8
get 10 in the finals.
plays spectacular. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
OKC supposed to have 2 rings right now.
But anyway, y'all get me off subject. Well, I was
Back
finna
to
say
back.
Neil about that whole 2 years, $45 million thing. He gonna do the same thing Boogie Cousins did. Say, screw y'all, I'm finna get paid. Now, unfortunately, Boogie kept getting hurt, but he was supposed to get paid that summer. But
And what if the same thing happened to James Harden? What if he
I'm
get
about to
hurt?
say
Because he
James
been
Harden
injury
is in
prone.
shape and he been hurt.
and that's right into the next point I was gonna make, because James Harden already got hurt. We already know that he's not going to be the same guy anymore. The reason why I say Philly has to pay him is because they literally traded away all their assets minus Tyrese Maxey.
I'm about to say they got Tyrese Maxey, bro. What you mean?
And Tyrese
Hey,
Maxey a star. If he ain't a star now, he on his way. But
Harden is one super donut away from looking like Uncle James.
to be honest, if Tyrese Maxey can elevate even higher, yeah, they ain't giving James Harden nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He might have robbed himself by being
But
fat and out of shape.
they gotta pay him though. Like,
You know what? You know what? If I
And
was
you had
Philadelphia,
Embiid. And you
you know
had
what? You
Embiid.
know what? If I was Philadelphia, I would figure out how to trade him to OKC for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Give me Shea. I'm tired of Harden. I'm tired of Kyrie. I'm
you know how
OKC literally
Trade him
gave
out to
Shea
Orlando. Trade
OKC
him out to
literally
Orlando.
gave Shea the keys, bro. They're not getting rid of him.
the only way
speaking
is if
of
y'all get him five.
Orlando, when was the last time the Orlando Magic had a number one pick? The last person I could think of was what? Dwight Howard? Wasn't Dwight Howard drafted number one?
He was their last number one pick.
It was really Dwight Howard.
So Dwight Howard was their last number one pick, and the Orlando Magic have just secured the number one draft pick this year in this year's NBA draft and the draft lottery. So my biggest question is, out of the two biggest college names that we know for big men, do you think that they're going to play it the safe route and take Paolo Banchero, or will they take a flyer and try and take Chet Holmgren and see what he turns out to be? Let's start with you, Grish. What do you think? Do you think the Magic will get their number one draft pick right, or will they mess it up?
They might get it right. They do to get it right one time, so I'm gonna say they get it right. But
Dude,
I don't
they get it right
gonna...
all the time.
Yeah, they do.
They do. So I think they're gonna stay right. I don't know if they're gonna get a big man though. I see them getting maybe a point guard or a three. That's what I
They
see.
already got like 5 point guards.
I'm about to say they
That's what they
loaded
love.
at point guard.
They love guard
Jalen
play.
Suggs, Cole Anthony, Markelle Fultz.
I know, but they'll still do it. Just like the year Philadelphia drafted all the centers. Remember?
Did folks remember how to shoot a free throw? I'm
They
sorry.
like they
I don't know
bigs
what
though.
they did
They
to
like Mo and I think it's Isaac.
I'm not gonna let that slide, bro. You not gonna get away. We only set Markelle Fultz slammed over here because he has learned how to shoot. The only reason
I don't know what they did to Markelle Fultz, man.
Only reason he wasn't part of that team this season was because he got hurt, and then they drafted Cole Anthony. When you get hurt, and then they draft your two replacements.
That's what I'm saying.
I see people get in car accidents and still remember how to shoot a basketball. I'm just saying.
And Marcus, I think they did something to
him. Philly did something to him, Marcus, because his jump shot wasn't like that in college. Like, there was no.
I know it wasn't. He's supposed to be the man. Like, he's supposed to be like a legit all-star right now.
And Philly ruined him. They did something to him. You know what it was? They couldn't let him turn out to be better than Ben Simmons.
See how that goes.
He was gonna be better than Ben.
Hey, so do you think it's something going on in Philly that's messing up all their point guards?
They did that to TJ McConnell too.
Just think about the year Philly drafted all the centers.
And they did it to my boy MCW. I don't care what nobody says.
But
Michael Carter came out balling.
But back to the original question. Let's go ahead and go to you, Phil. What do you think, man? Do you think the Magic will take Paolo Banchero, or will they take Chet Holmgren?
Going off of,
he said they're not gonna take either one.
History, because before they took a flyer in a high schooler and he ended up being, Dwight Howard, and before that they took a proven product at LSU named Shaq. So like they lit. I also forgot. They also had another number one pick. They drafted Chris Webber, but they made that trade. Yeah, they made
trade.
Yeah, but so I think the Magic will go with another big man because it's big man at the top of the draft. I like Chet. It's just that there are too many questions for him to be a number one overall pick. That's really my thing. Now but I will say I do think Chet has a higher ceiling than Paolo. Even though I like Paolo's game actually, like he a really good big, can literally do anything on the court. But I think Chet's ceiling is higher because he's unique. You know what I'm saying? Like he's 7'1", can shoot, can defend. I like his game. I think, like I said, I think
He
his
can move
ceiling
a
is.
little bit.
It's just that it's just too many questions for me. Not for a number one pick. Like it's too much pressure. Then if you mess up on a pick, like everybody looking at you crazy, and then that team young, like they even though they're not finna compete anytime soon, but they will at one point start competing. So it's hard, and that number one pick literally gonna be the face of that franchise. Like regardless of all the good players they got now, that number one pick will be the face of the franchise. And I personally don't think Chet can handle all of that pressure. Not saying that he wouldn't embrace it, but I just don't think he built for that, honestly.
Facts.
I feel you. What do you think, Mike? Because I know that you've been really in tune with a lot of the college prospects as well, man. What do you
Chet
think?
before.
Do you think the Magic will take Banchero? Will they take Holmgren? Will they take wasn't Caleb Williams? Didn't he say he's gonna enter the draft as well?
That I'm not sure, but I know Jabari Smith.
Him too. Him too. He been up there as well. What do you think, man? Do you think the Magic are? Do you think they gonna surprise everybody? Because there are like from what I've been seeing, there is a lot of serious like belief that Chet could somehow be drafted number one or at least top five if the team really wanted to take a flyer on him that bad. So, like, what do you
Chet
think?
Chet is actually projected top five. Him, Paolo, and the other person I just named is, I want to say, the top three projected picks, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking like he was kind of, well, I ain't gonna say I was thinking he was a given, but I think it was real interesting to see who got number one. Like I thought that had a lot to do with who's coming out this draft. Cause now, and I didn't think he was going number one originally, but now since Orlando got this pick and kind of based on the team they got, I think they finna get my boy Paolo out of Duke. I do. I think they gonna pick him up because I mean the way I see it, out of the top, I say maybe 10 prospects, and you're not gonna go too far deep down. So out of the top five, when you got the number one pick, he the best fit for the team that they got. You know what I'm
He,
saying? He gonna come in probably instant starter, and then they building a young core, so he gonna fit in with them other young guys for something to build with, and he's somebody that could potentially hold the face of the team. So I mean,
he
I
hit
think, I think,
right away.
I think, I think you said what, Phil?
So I think Paolo could be a go-to guy on that team right away.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. And I think to your point, I think the jury's still kind of out on Chet as far as how he gonna be in the NBA. Like that, that's the biggest question. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want him to be, projected this high and he come out another Frank Kaminsky. You know what I'm saying? Like so, so it's like
Kaminsky,
I really, and
Kaminsky
Frank
was
Kaminsky
supposed to
was
be
my guy in
cold.
school,
He was
man.
supposed to
So
be
he
cold
he,
too.
he was my guy when he was in school. So it was
Frank
disappointing to
Kaminsky
see.
and Dario Saric, man, they were supposed to be like two of the ones that were supposed to come in and really like sort of make a difference.
So Chet got a potential to head down that same pathway. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like with the bigs the Magic have, they're not gonna take that chance because I feel like they like their bigs and Mo and the one that was hurt.
Talking about Wendell.
Yeah, Wendell too, but no, they got the other one that was
No,
didn't
it's
didn't
another
didn't
one.
one of
It's
their
Mo
bigs got hurt.
Wendell
He was
and
out for a
I forgot his name.
I
I
can't
know
think
you
of who
talking
he
about.
is right now.
You ain't talking about
They got like folks.
What do you think, Marcus, man? Because I know you the one person I haven't gone to
Oh
yet,
yeah,
man.
Jonathan Isaac. That's who it is.
What do you?
I definitely know they're going for a big guy because they always go
Jonathan
for a big
Isaac.
guy.
That's the other one.
And I want to say Bonchero, but something is telling me they go flip the script and go for Jabari Smith.
I can see
Even
that.
though I'm saying Bonchero because he's 6'10", he still got time to grow a little, and he's
Jabari Smith
235.
6'10" too.
Yeah, but he's Bonchero's 235, meaning that he can
That
move
grown
some
man
people.
body. You got that. He
Right,
got
he a
that
grown
body.
man. But Jabari Smith is 210. He can still move weight. And they still have Jabari projected as a number one still. And when I'm looking at him, an eye test, I'm going with Jabari Smith. And I think he's going to be a good player. Like, he's going to be a dominant player. That's how I feel. I just feel it. It's a feel. That's what I feel. Jabari
He
Smith Jr.
definitely got that quality in his game
Yeah,
where he
because I think Chet's going to be a bust, and
A
Banchero
bust?
Banchero's going to be okay, but
You
he's not
think
going to
Chet
be
gonna
that
be a
guy. He's going to be
bust?
like
I can't say
he's
Chet
going to be
gonna
like
be a
a Mark
buzz.
Gasol to me.
Yeah, that
Who,
boy said
Chet?
Chet gonna be a bust.
No,
You heard it, a
Pal,
bust.
he
Pale.
said Paolo gonna be like more like a Marcus Gasol type career.
Mm,
Do y'all agree?
I don't know because I think
not to
Paolo
the point of defensive player of the year, but as far as
No, I
numbers
didn't
go,
say he's going to suck. I
as
said he's
far
going to be pretty good.
no, I'm saying
But
no. That's what I said. But you talking about Marcus Gasol career? I said outside of defensive player
really
of the
my
year, numbers wise, I can
You
kind of
know
see that.
what?
you
You
really
know
think
what?
is
He a little more athletic than Mark Gasol was.
No, we're
I
not talking
kind of
about
see.
game wise. We just talking about
so
like
in terms of
career wise, in terms of like career path and how it's gonna go. So like his numbers and the type of accolades he's gonna get and stuff like that.
boy, Marcus Gasol didn't even deserve that defensive player of the year, so we can't even
Yes,
count
he did.
how you get defensive player of the year and make second team on defense. Make it make make
Make
it
it
make
make sense. Make it make sense. Second team all defense, not first team. Second team. Defensive player of the
Chet's
year.
not going to be
Because Tony Allen was first team.
Chet's
boy,
not going to be that guy.
stop playing. But anyway,
Why do you? That's very interesting. Why do you think that, Marcus? I want to touch on that really quickly. Why do you
Because
think? Why do you think Chet is going?
I seen a lot of great college players that go to the NBA. You be like, yeah, I'm gonna burn my jersey.
it's a long.
It's a long
But
list.
Jaleel Okafor could be
I
one.
see
It's a
Jaleel
long
Okafor got
list.
real. Jaleel Okafor was railroaded by the drafting of Joel Embiid. We are not going to do that to him.
I mean, we can go all the way back to the
Or
90s. Let's look at Christian Lake.
changing on. That's what really happened.
Great Duke
No,
player,
Philly drafted like 8
big
centers
game
that draft.
winner.
They drafted every center.
Nah,
Every
No,
center.
the league just passed Okafor up. That's all it was. He
like
was
the
a true
the league
true
don't
center.
required a big like Jaleel Okafor anymore.
Yeah,
Hell,
that's all it is. The league, you got to think everybody plays small ball now and stuff like that. The league just passed him up. He was
honestly, if you 7 feet, like you automatically a rim runner and shot blocker. If you can't do that, you can't be on the team now.
Right.
Because anybody that you see that got skill and do extra stuff that's tall, they probably like 6'8", 6'9".
I
Unless
just
you obviously.
I see
But
I see a lot of similarities. Like I know this may or may not be like a solid, but like I see a
it's
lot of
not.
similarities between between Chad Holmgren and Kevin Durant and Brandon Ingram. I see a lot of similarities in the way he plays. In the way he plays, in the
Right
way he
now,
plays,
in
some of the
college,
shots he takes, and the way he moves on the
more
floor.
Larry Bird
in college, yes. It ain't gonna happen. I don't know.
I don't think Chet's perimeter game is good enough to play like that on the NBA level. They probably gonna make him a big.
I was thinking
he
more
gonna end
Larry
up in the G
Bird
League.
type.
Yeah, like one of them tweeners.
Stretch 4. He gonna be a stretch 4.
For
But-
who?
But that's
more
what
like a stretch, more like a stretch 5.
yeah, because he like 7 feet.
Yeah, stretch 5. Yeah, he gonna be a stretch definitely.
He like Porzingis.
Oh my goodness, if he gonna be like Porzingis, that's not good.
You know what? Let's hope he can be like Porzingis pre-ACL. I don't know
right.
what.
Porzingis with the legs.
Like
Porzingis with the legs.
after Porzingis tore his ACL, that man had no interest in even trying to get back to being somewhat decent. Like
Also, he was playing with Luka.
That's because Luka would just look him off. You
Yeah,
want the ball? Let me shoot that.
but that's because Luka got tired of giving him the ball and he was missing. That's why Luka started looking at the ball.
We need New York Porzingis.
They literally had Porzingis sitting in the corner the whole game, and you just want him to hit shots. Like he too big and too talented to just be sitting in the corner all day.
I swear to God, boy, if you don't turn that boy back to the basket and let him go get you one and get a rebound.
He went to Washington and didn't do much better, but I feel like he'll be better next year. But still,
no. Keep wishing on the
star. Now, hey, once them big dudes lose them legs, it's over with. Once a big dude lose the legs, it's over. Once them legs go bad on a big dude, it's over.
I ain't saying he's gonna be a superstar, man. I'm saying I think he'll play better than he did last year.
I give you that.
Everybody out of this draft class is just role players to me.
I'm not exactly sure. I think Paolo.
Sure about that either. Paolo gonna be nice.
I think he's gonna be a star.
I'm about to say Paolo.
He got like Tobias Harris.
Paolo seemed like the truth.
And
then
not Tobias.
He's gonna be good, but not.
He said Tobias. He said,
bro, don't diss Tobias, bro. Tobias.
It's just
Tobias
that
has had a solid NBA career, bro.
No, I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying I think a better career than that. That's all I'm saying.
Blake Griffin.
So you think he gonna average more than a dub?
Mike, you're not hearing me. I said he's not gonna have. I think he has a chance to have a better career than Tobias Harris. Now he could very well have
numbers or accolades.
Huh?
Accolade wise.
In terms of what, numbers or accolades?
Production.
I'll say a mixture of both.
Because numbers wise, I see his numbers around Tobias Harris numbers.
Now if he become the guy immediately.
He's gonna be like Blake Griffin.
But you know what? That brings us honestly to our last topic of the day. The NBA is trying to implement a new rules change starting, I believe, next season. When it comes to taking a foul after a terrible shot attempt or just missing a shot and stopping the fast break. The NBA is now going to make that foul a one-shot free throw and the team gets possession of the ball back. So now it's almost like enforcing the clear path foul rule anywhere on the opposite half of the court if a team tries to take a foul to stop an obvious leak out fast break pass. Real quick, let's just go around starting with Marcus. What do you think about this rule change?
I like it because you're going to get more fast break action. You're going to get those dunks you've been looking for. It's going to stop all that candy-ass basketball. It's going to stop teams from, just slowing the game down. Let that man be great. Let him do a 360, fast break
from the free throw line.
Right.
Well, he better earn
stopping him from being great. By these clear path foul. I don't like the clear path foul. I don't like the little stopping the game because it's a fast break. That's part of the game. That's basketball. all the way back when we played street ball. Them fast breaks is it's
And we
humbling.
used to stop the breaks too, though, because we used to stop the breaks in a.
And you're gonna see a lot of momentum changes now. Like back in the old school, let's be great again. Let's stop all this candy ass fouling. That's all I gotta say. I'm sorry.
I agree to a certain extent that it will allow for better basketball, but at the same time, I feel like that also how far like it and see this is another one of those rules where I feel like even with it being implemented, I guess just kind of trying to make it like set in stone and direct instead of trying to make it like originally how the clear pass foul was originally, where if the other team had a man in front of you at least and then the person behind you still fouled you, it wasn't a clear pass foul. But the NBA clearly changed that because like either way that person still could have scored on the fence. So I think it will allow for better basketball, but I think it also takes away from like some of the physicality. Like I because I feel like sometimes even if it isn't always like in the best moment, like I feel like sometimes taking that foul is crucial because it changes the complete direction of a game. That was the whole reason why certain why teams started to do it. And like I get it. It stops the fast break. It'll allow for better opportunities, but I think another thing that it will allow for is more scoring from role players. And what I mean by that is we see a lot of role players get out on breaks, but then things like this happen, the take foul, and so I feel like we're gonna see scoring go up across the league at least by about maybe 4 or 5 points. I don't think it's gonna be like super drastic. I'm not gonna say it'll be like a 10-point swing, but I feel like changing this rule will allow for about extra 4 or 5 points, a game. But what do you think, Phil? I know you had some thoughts on it.
I just don't like when the NBA make rules that they make changes to rules that don't need changing. Like adjust stuff like the block charge call that y'all never get right. Like can y'all ask players for that? Like I don't. To be honest, I don't like the rule. I really don't. Like in my eyes, it kind of takes away from the IQ being shown in the game. Because a lot of times you see people take those kind of fouls to stop the momentum from shifting. Because like y'all say, somebody get a fast break dunk, a fast break layup, something like that, momentum change instantly. So I feel like you're getting penalized for having a high IQ. You feel me? And I like I said, I honestly don't like it. I don't like. If anything, that will just slow the game down, in my opinion, because teams are still going to foul. Like it's almost like a reaction, so they're going to do it. Like it's probably going to take like a year or two for them to like actually, see the increase in scoring numbers and all that. But I don't like the rule. I personally feel like they could have changed something else instead of the clear path rule.
What you think, Mike?
I kind of agree. I honestly, I agree with you and Phil, honestly. But I think it's all on the refs. Like, so I like the rule. I do. But I don't know if I like how it's gonna get implemented, which is what I'm questioning.
And
I I I, I don't know. As far as the overall rule, I like it. I like where they going with it. You know what I'm saying? You want more showtime and more fast breaks and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as how the refs gonna implement it and stuff like that, I'm not sure how it's gonna go yet. And I do think, to Phil's credit, at least the first year, it's gonna slow down the game because you're gonna have them stopping the game to decide on which foul they want to call. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them fouls is gonna be reactionary. Like if you get a rebound and I try to swipe it from you real quick, and they call it a foul, you see what I'm saying? When somebody's leaking out, is they about to hit me with this take foul and give you a free throw, or is it just gonna be a personal? And then the refs gotta take some time to learn that too. So they're gonna slow the game down and take time to look at it. You see what I'm saying? So
And
that
them
point
is
is
the
true.
exact words I was looking for, and I just couldn't find them.
But overall, I think if it's done right, I think it could be great for the league because but I also think everything got a downside, and one of the downsides to it being great for the league, I feel like if it's done right, is teams gonna get blown out because, like y'all said, momentum, and it's more than just momentum. Even you see what I'm saying. A lot of times, in take fouls is to allow teams to set up their defense and stuff like that. So if you had a team that kind of specialize in defense and stuff like that, going against a team like Golden State or somebody that specializes in fast break points, moving up and down the court, they gonna take them fouls so that they can get their defense set up. You know what I'm saying? And now they about to get essentially blown out because now they can't get their defense set up and they just getting ran on. So I think them type of games, that's where you're gonna see the negative side kick in.
Let me put a spin on
But
that.
go ahead.
It could be a lot of comebacks too.
Yeah, could.
Yeah,
It could. Definitely could. Because
if
when
you
you
get a
when you
free throw
spark that
and the
run,
ball.
you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know how it's gonna go, but I think how the refs and how they implement it is gonna be the biggest key. I do like the rule though. I do, because sometimes it get ridiculous. They be ruining some highlight plays for sure.
Definitely do. And last but not least, Chris, man, let's go ahead and get your thoughts, man. What do you
I'm
think
kind of with
about the NBA trying to put in this new rule?
I'm kind of with Phil. It's like I don't like the fact that it take away from some of the IQ stuff. Like some fouls, you like Mike was saying, you want to slow down the team who running on you if they running to get your defense set up. And some fouls are just smart for the time of possession in the game. You know what I'm saying? It might be like 2 or 3 seconds left. You miss a shot, a team get a long rebound. You do want to foul that dude if you down by 2 to stop him from fast break, to stop him from giving up the points, because that's what you taught in basketball, period. To try to stop the man, take a foul, don't give up the basket. That's what you taught. You taught to take the foul, give up the basket. But I do like the fact that it's going. I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent because I do like the fact that it'll increase scoring and give, like y'all was saying, those role players a time to get a few buckets here and there. But I don't like the fact that it's in a momentum swings, how the way the momentum will swing, and you ain't got no chance. Let's say, like Mike was saying, you playing a team like Golden State, so we can't take this foul to slow them down, to try to stop their momentum, because we're gonna give them a free throw and they get the ball back. So in a way, you give certain defensive teams no chance to beat these offenses that fly up and down the court. Now you can't stop a guy from running out. So that's
But you know how you stop momentum? You call a timeout.
But one thing I want to say though, I don't think
But
it's
you can't
going.
call a timeout
I
on
don't.
defense, though.
You
I
can't
don't think.
exactly.
I don't
You
think
can't
it's going.
call
I
No,
don't
after
think it's
after
going.
they hit the fast break layup, you call a timeout.
I don't think it's going to mess with the IQ, because that IQ in which y'all speaking of is really a manipulation of the rules. Like, a foul wasn't put in place for
Like
people
you.
to outthink the way the foul works, and try to manipulate how the rule works. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I think it's good that the NBA tried to change some of these rules, because it needs to be modernized, because people are getting too smart and manipulating the rules into they, you know what I'm saying, into their use, such as these fouls. You see what I'm saying? So, because a foul originally should just be a penalty, you know what I'm saying, for when somebody, you know what I'm saying, basically hit the other player and stuff. A mistake. Fouls is put in as like a mistake. And people basically, using quote unquote IQ, manipulating the rules. So The reason I don't think it's gonna take away from that quote unquote IQ is because once they make the change, that IQ still gonna kick in. They gonna find a way to manipulate the next rule and stuff like that. Same way they did with like charges, for instance. You see what I'm saying? Charge was a rule to stop people from just running people over and just charging their way through. Now you got people flopping and falling every 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Just
what they
try to
need to
take
do
a
is make a
charge. You see
technical
what I'm
foul for
saying?
flopping.
So it's like, well, they already did that. Well, no, they didn't make a foul for that, but you do get fined for that and stuff like
Yeah,
that. So,
they for that now.
and
No, I
they
need
will,
technical
they will
fouls.
take the foul away and stuff like if they catch it as a flop and stuff like that.
Make it a flagrant.
But that's my
Three.
point. That's my point where, you know what I'm saying, people would consider that IQ. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you forced them into foul trouble and this and the third, when really that's again manipulating the rules. So I think it's good that they changing that so that people can't use their quote unquote IQ to manipulate these rules.
I feel like manipulation does play a part in showing off your IQ. Like at least
That's why I said it's not gonna take away from their IQ. Because if they really got their IQ, they just gonna find a way to manipulate the next rule. You know what I'm saying?
true. I see that.
I feel you. I feel exactly where everybody is coming from in terms of in terms of this rule and how it's gonna play. It seems like it seems like pretty much everybody's indifferent about it. We all acknowledge the good it can do and the bad. Just like how the
Hey,
fans, when you all leave a comment, a like, or a subscribe, the amount of good it does for the channel when you all watch along as well. So we appreciate you all for tuning in with us today. As of course, I've been your host, Neil. We have Marcus with us, Michael, Chris, and of course, Philly Phil. Say good night to the people, fellas.
good night,
Good
y'all.
night, people.
Until we meet again.
Tune in next time.
Until we meet again, we will catch y'all on the next one. This is Can I Get Some Sports with That out.